47. So we are approaching, getting real close to the midway point on this challenge run. And with that in mind, there's still a lot to do, but we're starting to get our buildings, and we have the cartographers camp already, and we had to pick the vintners at one point, and all sorts of things like that. So we're starting to fill out the requirements, but again, at the halfway point, you still don't really know where you're at. And this week we have to do a gathering quest, I think, and there is, of course, the potential risk of a thing from the stars. So let's get started on week 47. Like, that's actually not cool to do. Just did your first veteran be on pace to lose Blood Moon? Hell yeah. That's perfect. That's great. That means you can tune it a little more next time. Some shooter had a level where you were supposed to leave, but you got caught up in killing all the enemies. They spawned infinitely and took many deaths to understand I'm supposed to leave. I think I might have been in a Killzone game. Yeah. Okay, let's see if there's any other things we need to do here, prep for our next couple levels. Syphilis, dude. You guys ever had syphilis? Jared R. Dinkle. What up, the famous Jack Vox? I love your video game. If you guys don't know, Jack Vox, he's the guy from Jackbox. He's famous. If you guys have ever heard of Jackbox, that's Jack. That's him. Pretty sure. I think that's him. Lies. I didn't know that. Love it here. What up, Jet Shark? It's good to see you, dude. Yeah, that's Jack. That's why his yeah, we love Jackbox. That's him. Yeah, everybody. That's the voice actor. He also does other games, like he's in Fallen Aces, and I forget what else because that's the big one I know. But there's a bunch of other ones. But I also know him from Jackbox. He's the guy who calls you a little bitch while you're playing Jackbox. That's messed up, dude. Why do you do that? Why are you always doing that to people? Why you gotta call people a bitch? It's very uncool. Do I want this? What level characters kill mid-game bosses? 3s and 4s as long as you have level 4 armor. Because it's funny? That makes sense to me. That's a good call. What am I saving these for? Crests. What do you cost? See, you cost that. I can't do that. I can't do that. The reason I can't do that is I have to do this. And I'm going to do it now so I don't forget it later. That's why I'm doing that. I need 44 here. Okay, I think we're good. Guys, do not let me... In 1 hour, I have to go prep the house. It's going to take 2 minutes, but I got to, go open the garage, get the house... I got to open the garage and bring the dogs downstairs, bring the dog food downstairs, make sure the dogs go to the bathroom and stuff. Set a phone alarm. I don't have my phone. It's charging right now. Upstairs. Remember to prep the house. Yeah, just don't let me. Jen! Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm going to take... we could run into a thing from the stars. You got me? Okay, I just need... I need to do it, before 3. 3 my time. And we're going to take... I'm scared of a potential boss here. Keep me distracted? That's possible. Okay, they can kind of rotate a little. Okay, well... She's the healer. Let's see how this goes. Do I have a camping skill? Does anybody have a camping skill? We actually, as a party, don't have one, do we? It's a little risky. We'll try not to camp. You got me? Thank you. You always got me. Serenity spilled a whole one of these on my table over there, and I didn't clean it. It's just wet. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Recover these lost shipments of rarities, that we may prevent them from falling into even
Gather
less
3 relics.
scrupulous
Oh, that's
hands.
annoying. Okay. Let's get started.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
We'll loot after. There's that. We don't have to go over to that battle, but I probably should. Okay. I'm gonna probably switch to this after this fight. He needs to gather up all the stress. Could it theoretically be worth it to not finish the dungeon and just use it to collect? I'm sure you could find a one-off scenario, but you'd put a lot of work into that.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
You'd be putting an awful lot of work into making that happen. Yeah, let's just get rid of him.
Their formation is broken. Maintain.
Oh, a dog!
defensive.
How exciting, a dog! Woo! Hi. Hello. Don't lick my feet. That's gross. Do not lick my feet. No, I said I said do not lick my feet. You guys are okay with this animal licking my feet? That's gross. Ugh. Okay, he dies on his next turn. Still thinking Fear and Hunger is easier than DD1? I don't think so. And I'll tell you why.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
I think that Fear and
These
Hunger,
nightmarish creatures
the
can be
difficulty
felled.
level,
They can be beaten.
the difficulty level on it is immediate, and I think that's the general experience. Is you start and it beats you up. It doesn't even pretend like Darkest Dungeon wants you to win. It pushes against you, but it still wants you to win. That game does a different thing in it where you start, and the way it gets you to want to win is by telling you you can't. Your very first encounter is like a big wake-up call, because it deceives you. It tricks you completely. Like the enemy's penis pulses, right? And so you cut off. So you're like, oh, I better attack that thing. Yeah, anybody who doesn't know, there's wieners. So it pulses, right? Stinger pulses. You attack that, and then he cuts your arm off right away. That's going to be the natural experience for most players. So the game immediately tells you, Stinger, yeah. The game immediately tells you that it's going to not play fair. Where Darkest Dungeon plays fair, it's a math game. Like that's really what it amounts to. Is like Darkest Dungeon, you can look at and be like, I can make this happen. Fear and Hunger isn't about that. Fear and Hunger is like, hey, you know what? See that shiny thing over there? It's gonna summon an enemy that you can't kill. Your curiosity just killed you. That's you suck. Like that's what it is. And so I think that it's I think that it's a harder, if you're talking about like sheer difficulty and the rub that it gives a player, I think it's a harder game. I do think that I just think it's a harder game if you're talking about the player experience. Not to downplay this, but this game does play fair. Usually when you scream that's bullshit in this game, it's not actually bullshit. It's mostly, or it's kind of your fault a little bit. Fear and Hunger, dude, when I'm dying in Fear and Hunger, I'm not like, oh, well, that's on me. I'm like, that's not fair. Fear and Hunger mode with no saves, no extra party members, dude, I know, right? It's a very unfair game, and it's wonderful because of it. Because I think the emotional response of the player is the only people who are going to do it are people who push against it, because it does not allow you to have fun. Once you get to the point of understanding the systems in place, it transforms to scary. I don't care about feelings. So puzzle game, yes, yeah. But it's still. I mean, you have to learn the systems constantly, right? Because you don't. The only way to learn the systems is to engage with the systems and fail.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
It constantly changes the rules. Darkest Dungeon has a rule set, and it's difficult, but it has a rule set that it follows.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
We might pick up that food. Oh, somebody's gonna grab it? No. Actually, we're gonna do this. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's 100% like big time puzzle game for sure. What a fun game. And I think the thing you got to remember is you're looking at it that way, but the average player cannot look at it that way. Like, you're looking at it the way that the game wants you to look at it, and that's great. But the game doesn't. Like, if my wife is I always tell you guys this, my wife's a super normie dude. Like absolute 100% gaming normie. The stuff she likes is big normie games. If I sat her down with Fear and Hunger, she would immediately mentally check out. She would just be like, "This isn't worth my time. I died right away. I don't know. It's too hard.
A dizzying blow to body and brain."
But you're looking at it like the way that the game really does want you to experience
as the fiend falls,
First time you got a raid event, I was told you would lose building progress. Didn't feel like it was following the rules. Yeah. That's pretty great when that happens. But that's pretty far in. You'd kind of, if you're playing the game like you have a big group, right, of units, like you should have somebody ready to handle that.
Slowly, gently.
Fear and Hunger is a
This
dating
is how a
game.
life is taken.
Gaming. When's the Lovecraft dating sim again? They came out with more of it, didn't they?
Continue the onslaught.
Isn't there not just a full game, but a sequel
them
now?
all.
I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, second one came out. We didn't even play... Oh, no, we did play the first one. It was cute. It was fine. Wasn't... There's only so much you can do in that game to make it continue to be interesting, right? I get, but I mean, clearly, like, if you like dating games, it's a cute version of a dating game that's probably real fun. But I think the value outside of that is really the value outside of that is probably not great. Worcestershire. I do remember that. That's pretty funny. 8 damage. 4 to... Yeah. 4 to 8. Yeah, let's hope we get a heal first before he gets a turn. Yes, thank you. Sucker for Love is good stuff. You don't like those games. Had a nice time with the Dread X one. And you know what? So I had a good time with the one that was part of the Dread X like thing. But I think when the game became more of that than just the little one, I lost a little bit of interest because the gimmick wore off of me. Yeah, testicles. That totally makes sense. Yeah. And that's the way that is the way that you would play Fear and Hunger, right? But it's not the way a normal person is going to play Fear and Hunger. Because again, like that's what I'm saying is like the average user experience is going to be like, this game is hard, it's unfair, I'm peacing out, because it doesn't reward you and it doesn't make you feel good. Like Darkest Dungeon 100% will make you feel good in some way. And specifically, the general way that Darkest Dungeon makes you feel good is it gives you those cool moments where you feel awesome, or the game looks pretty, or the Ancestor's voice is really cool. And Fear and Hunger,
a blazing
Fear and Hunger does the opposite. Like, Fear and Hunger does the complete opposite, where a thing happens and then you're like, that didn't feel good. And the people who are going to enjoy Fear and Hunger are the type of people who go, but the game doesn't want me to win. I'm gonna do this. Like there's a prideful, arrogant thing that comes with that, right? And it's those people who the game is made for. And it's one of those games that's not made for everybody. And so it's also additionally a game that if it's not made for everybody, it's kind of fun to watch somebody play. Sucker for Love. I'm sure it's a welcome addition. Fans of dating visual. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is it for those people? That's probably a good game. Thought I'd be upset for learning about the game without playing it, but you're very bad at engaging narratively with games you play, so you'd have been lost on it anyway. Oh, this could be a bad fight. We got to be careful with hallway fights because we're gonna have a boss. We could have a boss fight. Oh, I didn't reset here. We will kill first. Taking a level 3 Shambler taking a level 3 veteran Shambler on is a mistake. If you have level 4 armor, level 4 skills, level 4 weapons, it's probably all right. Wonder if Sucker for Love 2 is coming along. Yeah, I'm curious how they've sold.
Forgiving.
Not level 4 skills might be pretty hard. You want to know the moment that gave you an epiphany? You stumbled upon a library with tons of books that flip coins. Remember, you found 3 books that you never had read yet? Turns out one of those is a super rare book that can save the game. Accidentally saved before a spot with tons of books to flip for. Thought to yourself, I just reload the save. Yeah, 100%. And RNG saves made sense to you? Yeah, it does, right? It makes a lot of sense. The game's really neat that way. I also think the game wants you to play it over and over again because of the randomness of the levels testicles. For anybody who's curious, we're talking about Fear and Hunger. We played it last night. Proflacos. Can't help but imagine Dismos with the clock. What up, Wanderer? So we're talking about Fear and Hunger, which we played last night for the first time. And I think Fear and Hunger wants you to continue to restart. And that's a neat thing. Because like when Shibby played, his place is different than mine. There's different enemies. There's different the levels are different. They're similar but different. Different things are all over the place. And so you're going to gather different story elements on each playthrough as well. And so the game isn't just like, hey, go ahead and keep reloading and beat your thing. It's like, okay, when you're done, reset, restart. And it is a game that caters to the idea of failure, right? Like, you could fail the game and restart, and you get a fresh experience because of the combination of that and the random items and the things that you're getting and the enemies that are spawning. And so you get to have multiple first playthrough experiences, which is massively attractive to me.
Clear. We require only the
like
strength
to
follow it.
It's like when I played Bloodborne, you play Bloodborne a second time, and it's the same. Like it's Bloodborne's always the same. Sure, you might get to a new area, but it's always the same. And Fear and Hunger is not like that. It's so Bloodborne is trash. But yeah, there's a type of linearity to it, yes, but there's a lot of variety additionally within that linearity. That makes it forked, and it creates a really special experience, man. Do this. What do we get? That'll, I guess, be nice when we upgrade him one more time. So I'm becoming a huge fan of the game. It's so fun to learn stuff, and I'm looking forward to going through it multiple times. That's what it is. It's not just for the fun. I'm looking forward to it because of the books that'll drop and the different characters that'll be there, and the crafting. I mean, a good example the best example I can give is I had a run before I streamed it. Oh, no wonder. Yeah, we're talking about Fear and Hunger. I had a run before I streamed it where I got the skinning knife, but I got the skinning recipes. Maybe I won't kill the butterfly creature. I thought maybe I'd get something for him. Got him. And so I got the crafting recipes for skinning. So I skinned enemies, and I could make a disguise. What can I do with that disguise? I don't know. But that's going to change my entire playthrough, and that's not going to show up every single time I play. And it makes me wonder if maybe the cave dwellers, that was nice. Maybe the cave dwellers, maybe I could use a costume and I could go and they would talk to me, because there was very clearly some sort of hierarchy relationship thing there, because there was a leader there. They had a hat on, right? So there's something there that I'm not interacting with in my current playthrough, and that's kind of a big deal to me. I really, 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 really like that, and so I'm looking forward to starting over and to learning all of those things. You missed the collector.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Not great. I am going to do a small heal here. You want a collector plushie? Yeah, that's what I wanted. I know it's not good, guys, but I bought Panda Express today.
Success so clearly.
Starting game over like that isn't bad when most of the time is spending gaining knowledge and about how the game works. Deal with it and adapt things. Yeah. Yeah, but the whole thing. Yeah, spoilers are a big deal in the game. I'm staying. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I need to click this. I'm staying away from all that stuff. Yeah. Another thing, once you get a save you're happy with, now you can just run around, learn what the enemies are in an area, what a certain combat. See, this is something I have a big aversion to doing. Possible choices you can make, but also taking the choices just to see what happens and immediately reload my save. Yeah, so that I am again, this is a personal thing. If people love, I hate the term save scumming, because it does make it sound like it's like you shouldn't do that. You can if you want. I don't do that. I don't like to do that because it takes me out of the game. I'm immersed in a game when I'm playing, and yeah. Reloading and reloading and reloading and reloading is something that stops me from being immersed in a game. And so when it comes to Fear and Hunger, I'm not playing that way, and I'll never play that way because I am immersed in my playthrough. My characters have an experience that I'm joining them in. But other people might like Testicles. You find that to be really cool and fun to be able to reload and to experience all those things. I generally shy away from that just because I don't mind going back in and figuring stuff out and figuring out the context of everything and having that be my experience. So yeah, on our playthrough you won't catch us doing that, but yeah, you can do that and it makes sense that you can interact with all that stuff. Only just saw the Helldivers news. Poor Baskin. Yeah. I'm catching up. Sorry, guys. You used to work there at Panda? Yeah, I got Panda today. I bought two big old boxes of Panda because I don't want to leave my house later to feed myself. Musketeer and Arbalist are really similar, other than trinkets. They're the same. It's not better. It's just slight variation on trinkets. Even in trinkets? No, they're different in trinkets, Fatty. Yeah, they're different in trinkets. There's different trinkets. Couple different. Sucks for the studio, but they also did. Yeah, they should have seen it coming. How? Yeah, they have different. Different trinkets. Like, for example, I don't think there's a medic boot equivalent for the arbalist. I think there's an alternate one. She has her gauntlets. Are they 33 healing gauntlets? I think there's a couple trinkets that are different, dude. I really feel like there are, and if not, then okay, sure. Have to recheck? Yeah, I don't particularly care. Yeah, 25,000 negative. We were talking about it earlier, Eric. It's they should have seen it coming. Like it's surprising they didn't see it coming. Saving very sparingly actually make games much more fun for you. Yeah, me too.
The light, the promise of safety.
And that's going to vary from player to player. There's some players who want a quick save and at every room, and I think games like Viscera Fest are the ones that have really made me see and value the idea of limited save systems and why I like them. I like limited save systems because it makes combat meaningful. I can't just save in the middle of a big fight, right? Like the every encounter actually has some weight to it, and I need to perform in a way that I have to play skillfully, right? And so I like that. And so yeah, save systems for me, I'm not a big guy who needs a quick save system because I don't like using them necessarily. I like to mentally be like, I earned a save, and I prefer it when a developer tells me I earned a save and lets me save. But other people like other stuff, and that's fine. Oh yeah. So Eric, we were talking about the Helldivers thing earlier. It's they should have seen it coming. They knew it was coming. I can guarantee you, somebody in management knew this was going to be the response.
Blurred vision. The end.
Like it's just it's. They should have 100%, or they did 100% know, and it would be impossible for them to not. You find the RAS system pretty neat. Have unlimited saves and accessibility feature. Yes, yeah. That you can turn it off or turn it on. I think that's fine. But yeah, the Helldivers thing is interesting because it's like they just should have seen it coming. They should have known. They definitely did. They knew they were going to get review bombed for it.
As victories mount, so too
and that's
will
just how it is. Like they 100% knew this was going to be the case, because they know. I think this is what we said earlier. They shot themselves in the foot by allowing people to bypass the system initially. Because, for example, I bought the game. I have no problem with attaching a PlayStation thing. That's fine for me. Other people really distrust those things, dislike those things, or they just don't like. There's legitimate problems, or there's not. It doesn't matter. But I don't mind I don't mind taking 2 minutes and doing that. Other people do, and it's okay that they do. But we know that 100% that was going to be a problem because people don't like that, and would have complained about it on day one. They allowed people to bypass it on day one. They should not have allowed people to bypass it on day one. And the reason they shouldn't have allowed people to bypass it on day one is, I got to tell you, I didn't realize, I didn't even realize that you had to have a PlayStation account to do it. And I looked at the Steam page, even told me that when I got it. Steam page told me it was going to be that way. I remember, I vaguely remember clicking past and not linking it. They should just not have allowed people to bypass it. Because then people wouldn't act surprised and shocked. They would have complained. Shit!
Shuddering crystalline bulk. As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear. Begone, fiend!
Ah, shit. I don't think I do this. I think I just go. Yeah.
Struck.
I think we just swing. Oh, come on. Rogue run, we'll do a rogue run right after this. Right after I kill this guy, we'll do a... Shit. We'll do a rogue run right after I kill this guy.
Executed with impunity.
Okay, you're just going to be healing now.
Dazed, reeling.
It's a little brutal, dude.
The human mind, fragile, like a robin's egg. The will to fight falters. Grievous injury.
Come on, girl.
Fear.
Yes, dude! We were owed one. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
The blood quickens.
Get that bleed on there. 8. Heal yourself. What's he at? 20. Bleed him again. It's a 7.
Another one falls. It came from the stars. Let it return to them.
Okay, dude. That was a little rough. I got to do a rogue run now. We get to do a rogue run. We had a really good one earlier. Is if this happened within a hobby shop, if you were hanging out at a hobby shop and the conversation happened in a hobby shop, it would be very normal. It'd be like, oh yeah, those are basically the same thing. Okay, yeah, I see that. yeah, and it's like there would be a normal conversation about it, but the internet made it seem like some horrible thing was done to a whole bunch of people, and it just comes off as so weird, you know. I really think that it's social media who made it seem like a bad thing, or that made it the process. It's just the process, and it was stupid. The themes of brotherhood, which it undermines. It's but again, the Sisters of Silence were already there, and they already had like okay. So most people, do you know what ARP? Do you know what forbidden? Do you know what the forbidden tomes are as a book series? This might be an interesting thing for people. Do you guys know? Have you guys ever read any of the Forbidden Tomes? Haven't read them. They're not very good, but they're like the early loose lore, and the reason they're forbidden is because they're off the current beaten path. I seem to remember like, and this is why I was like, oh, they've always existed. Is I seem to remember on the old Inquisitor book when he meets the Emperor, who the Emperor's lost his mind, in that, like, he's a corpse and he's talking and he's lost his mind, and he's a broken creature, which they took out because it's forbidden, right? But I seem to remember an interaction with like custodians, and I really feel like there were like Sisters of Silence were there, but they were the same thing. And that's why I think when I heard about this whole thing, I was like, isn't it part of the world? And it's like, oh, I guess it was part of like an old book. No, you can't climb me right now. But like the point is the old books, if you ever pull up those old books, you realize how much that universe changes. It changes constantly, dude. It is not the same at all from what it used to be. We're going to go ahead and open this. Bummer. It changes all the time. And so yeah, it is whatever it is. Like sure, I actually think it's
possessed by evil intent.
I actually think it's right to have a little bit of discomfort with the process, because a lot of it took place by social media managers who didn't necessarily represent didn't do the process well in the public eye, and basically just said, yeah, get out of our hobby, and that was really cringe and weird. And then it was egged on by other people who are also mad, and everybody eggs each other on to be as mad as they possibly can. And but like, I think that's where most of the weird. Oh, come on, that's where most of the weirdness in all of this comes from. Okay, we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Shit, this is gonna be bad. Everybody's in bad spots. Oh, that's a little better. Yeah, what it really amounts to is I just don't care too much, because that was nice. Yeah, I just don't care a lot, you know? But being somebody who's like read all the books, I thought I'd already seen it. I'd already thought I'd kind of seen it previously in the series, and that's because it probably was in one of the older ones. Gotta get rid of you. You're the biggest danger. Guys, we killed a freaking thing from the stars in this level.
Destroyed.
That's rad. Can we do this? Can we get a little tiny bit of stress reduction? That's not much, but it's something. Poor thing came down from the stars for vacation. You just beat him, took his lunch money. Dude, we dominated him. It was awesome. It was great. Very happy about it. Yeah, but if somebody's like, I don't like this thing with Warhammer, I'm not like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, okay, yeah, there's things that were executed very cringily, so yeah, that makes sense to me.
A trifling victory,
Got so much food. That's good.
but a victory nonetheless.
Got too much food. Give me that. We are back to dungeoning. Hello. Hello, Calcium. We just killed the thing from the start, so it was very exciting. Oh, we don't have a... Well, let's hope that we get one. Maybe we'll end up getting a thing for that. Yeah, we're all playing with little dolls as grown-ass adults. We painted pretty colors. Half the time we make noises. Yeah. It's like people are passionate about their hobbies, and I don't think... not a big fan of it? I'm sorry about that. I really enjoy what Rogue is. It's but I'm sorry you don't. Okay, he's gonna have 1 HP left. We're gonna find the balance on that because it's again it is a thing that people are doing a lot right now because we just added it. Like we just added the redeem, which means people are gonna like be all into it, right? But we're gonna find the balance on it. I'm still adjusting numbers. Because I want people to be able to do it, but I also don't want it to be like I don't want it to take over the stream. I still feel like we're a little off on the balance, tiny bit. Can I click this? Can this? Oh, I'm on Rogue still. Hold on. There we go. Oh, don't do that. Hold on. I'm doing something. I'm doing something. You guys just wait. You guys all wait. There. You demand I stop playing Darkest Dungeon? I can understand that being a sentiment.
Executed.
I need more caffeine, guys. I'm a tired boy, guys. I'm one tired dude.
The ground quakes.
Blood Bowl. I like Blood Bowl so much, dude. I still don't understand how they dropped the freaking ball on Blood Bowl 3. Like, how do you screw up Blood Bowl? It already exists. All you have to do is translate it perfectly. How many cans of Red Bull do I have on my desk right now? 2 empty ones, 2 full ones. We found the one-man Blood Bowl's paid for? No, like, I think Blood Bowl's freaking awesome. I just don't understand how you can mess up Blood Bowl. It already exists. Completely, the game exists completely already. Why don't I have wings? I do, they're in my little jacket. Like... Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know what happened with Blood Bowl recently, this is like really weird. Blood Bowl 3 launched without all of the rules integrated, which is the weirdest thing. Like the game exists. It's a tabletop game. It already exists, and they launched it. They launched it without the integrated tabletop rules. I was excited for 3. We were planning because we were planning to play 3 pretty actively. I wanted to play seasons. I wanted to play leagues. Like, I was ready, dude. And then it launched, and they were like, "Hey, the tabletop rules are coming, but they're not there yet." And it's like, what do you mean they're not there yet? Oh yeah, the microtransaction thing is kind of weird because. Yeah, Okay, you guys know I don't care about microtransactions. I think I do with Blood Bowl 3. Because Blood Bowl 3 almost treats them like NFTs. And I mean that in they're limited. They're limited use for you. You will buy DLC, and you'll buy like a helmet for one guy with your DLC. And if I'm getting this wrong, somebody correct me, because I'm going off what like I heard at launch. Like, I don't have a problem with DLC typically. I kind of have a problem with that. Yeah, and it's and if I remember, you can lose it. Yeah. That's what I understood, is you also could lose it, which is crazy. So it goes on a guy, a limited guy, and he can die in a league, and you could potentially lose it. And it's like, what? I don't want to play that game. And it's like, sure, my normal rule with cosmetics are like, hey, it's optional. Like, that's fine. That does make sense to me. Like I make that argument all the time on behalf of games. I'll be like, yeah, I mean, the game's fine without it. I don't buy this stuff. Sometimes I do, but I usually don't. But in that scenario, I feel like that takes it one step beyond what I'm comfortable with. Like, man, that's strong, dude. 17 damage. He's dead already. Yeah, that definitely
obliterated.
It takes it beyond a step that I'm comfortable with as a user. Like, I don't feel like there's justification for that. I feel like that's just straight up like, it's worse than mobile Gamba. And I think some Gamba's fine. It's for some people. If that's your game and you spend $2,000 on it, it's your money. You can do what you want. But, like, it just is weird. You don't gamble in real life, dude. If I ever go gambling in real life, it's like I'm going to like the penny slots. That's what I'll do. I love this man so much. Torum's here. Hold on.
Hey Jard.
Hello.
Long time no see.
I've missed you.
Really missed your stream. Showing my GF your stream.
Oh!
And I am currently attending driving school for my biker's license.
Wow!
Job's been going really well. My GF just said you wouldn't care about
I
all that,
do
but I
care!
know you love me, my sweet little pookie bear.
Oh my
Hope
gosh.
the family's doing well.
Oh my gosh. Listen, girl Torum. Lady Torum. You need to understand, Torum is my special man. He's my big boy, and I name all my save files after him.
Little bitch.
And I draw little. You son of a bitch! Why did you do that? Why did you ruin that moment? I didn't even see that. Why? That was jacked up. Oh my gosh, girl Torum, break up with him. He's not trustworthy. Just, like, put a little pinhole in his bike tire. No, I didn't actually see that. That's the thing. I trusted that he was actually being sweet. This is some bullshit. She agrees. It is very nice to see you, dude. And I'm really happy to hear all that news. Guess you're single again? That's good news for me, dude. I always have an interest in you. That's great news. All right, we got to loot the level now. But dude, yeah, I'm really happy to hear that things are good. That's freaking rad. Very happy to hear about it. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Blood Bowl 3, dude. I wanted to enjoy it so bad, but man, like, they really did it. Gonna go get some milk for the fam soon?
Finding the
Am
stuff
I?
is only the first
No, the
test.
family's not in town, dude.
Now it must be carried home.
No, I don't have to do that. My family is gone. They have abandoned me. They're gone for like they are gone for a week. On your way, yeah, get over here. Hang out with me. It's a father abandonment joke. Oh, okay. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, I got. Okay, maybe that makes sense. That probably is a father abandonment joke. They've abandoned me. They've abandoned me. But yeah, like, I really wanted to play Blood Bowl because you guys know, like, I like Blood Bowl, I like Warhammer, I like XCOM, I like competitive play. Blood Bowl is, like, perfect for me. I don't have the thing for that. And then they just integrated weird DLC stuff and didn't integrate the rules. Yeah, I liked Blood Bowl, then you played against Scheller. Yeah. Cheating little baby. We didn't have enough people in that league to make it worth playing. Because like you couldn't catch up. Once one person in our league steamrolled everybody, it was just done. This is our last low-level dungeon, by the way, guys. He played really aggressively in our league, Fluffy, and he killed a bunch of people and just couldn't. You know how it is early league. Yeah, when somebody plays like orcs or chaos or something, and they just kind of damage 2 or 3 teams, and they happen to get their right rolls, so they just skyrocket past anybody, and so nobody could catch up. It's very unfortunate. Yeah. So yeah, nobody, like, it ruined it for everybody. Is Blood Bowl canon in Warhammer? Yeah, technically is.
A dizzying
how that gets integrated with the canon, that's a damn good question. I don't know, but it is considered real in the universe,
a handsome
which I think is so great
for a task well performed.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, Blood Bowl's so fun, dude. So I am pretty upset about the about the whole way they launched Blood Bowl 3. The Twisted Metal, like, dude, that game's freaking good. The car one, whatever it's called. Grant Skaven went undefeated for similar reasons. Ended up with 1 gutter runner that somehow had 9 movement, block, dodge, 2 heads. Just running a star player every game, dude. That's crazy. That's freaking rad. Yeah, see, I love that game. Yeah, that game's cool, man. I watched Linko play it, and it was fun to watch Linko play it because he's pretty much just a little. He's like a little dwarf, but he talks like an orc, and it's cute. Speed Freaks. Yeah, that game's good. My dogs are going to be pacing in here, dude. They're like super bothered. People are upstairs hammering away. Yeah. I think so, Murloc. I think I'm going to be able to do a lot of that stuff again, too, now. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited to bring some stuff back. Gianni and I were talking, and he wants to start streaming every Friday. He wants to focus on Quake Champions, which is fun. I'm kind of interested in playing some Quake Champs regularly so that I can get good again. There is a I gotta write these people. There's a Doombringer tournament I was asked to play in recently, and so I kind of need to practice playing again. Because it's been a while for me.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
It's been way too long. So yeah, I gotta get better again. Freaking Rose, Rotten Rose, Jahar's wife, said that she would actually take some time and work with me on movement, which is exciting for me because she's very, very good. And I've tried movement tutorials, and you guys know, like, I can shoot stuff fine. My accuracy's great. My issue isn't accuracy. My issue is movement. I don't have like the skill set for the movement stuff. I just can't seem to get it. And so actually sitting down with somebody who's very good at that stuff would be really neat. Lizard Mommy holds space. I know, dude, but I'd really like. There's other characters I'd like to take advantage of. Plus for Doombringer, you don't have that option, right? Like, and that's going to be what this upcoming tournament's going to be. It's going to be a 2v2 tournament, and it's going to be with like.
Packs laden with loot.
They want to do it with like
often
content
low on
creators,
supplies.
which sounds fine to me. I just want to make sure I don't embarrass myself. Gianni feels the same. We're hoping we get paired up together. That would be fun. Not against each other, but as buddies.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
What's in here? I'm gonna get this first. Cool. We can get rid of that. Who's gonna be? Well, so we don't. So we're gonna the tournament people are going to set up. Oh, it's just this. The tournament guys are gonna set up the partners. But yeah, Gianni and I are hoping that we'll actually partner together. That would be the scenario that we both want. Because it sounds like most people are going to be around our skill level. Because it's not going to be like the big guys. It's going to be people who are good enough to hang, but aren't going to just dominate completely. Get paired with someone. Yeah. Return to the hamlet. Danger becoming TOS due to clothing removal. Yes, that's true. That was okay. That was fine. Oh, we killed Thing from the Stars. That was the big deal in there. Prismatic Isolation. Debuff resist is pretty good, dude. Tough on him's nice. Armor Tinker is really nice for that for now. Cool. We're happy with that.